What's up, guys? This is DBS Analyst here. I'm going to be shooting a video in Starbucks. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while, but the reason why is it's been very hot lately, and I haven't been able to think properly and function properly. So anyways, so I want to do an ultimate box review. So let's get started on it. So the expansion set here, the box comes with 130 cards total. That's a pretty good sweet deal. The MSRP, which stands for manufacturer's suggested retail price, is how much that the manufacturer who creates this box suggests how much it will cost. However, since due to the amount of competition in this game in terms of selling stuff, it might go down to around $60 because the pre-orders are already starting at $60, $65 actually. It's pretty good. It comes with 5 different leaders, and they're all foil, so that's pretty cool. We're gonna go over the leaders first in this segment, and then we're gonna talk about the different battle cards. So the battle card also comes with 1 foil and then 3 non-foils of the same card. So it's basically, this reminds me of Versus System. Versus System basically went off the map for a while, and it was a really popular game. But back in the days, you had to actually buy booster sets to get cards that you needed. But with this one, all you have to do is buy this one. Or for the Versus System came out with something new, where you basically bought 1 box and you got a play set of every card that you needed for the living card game at the time. So now they're trying to use that same strategy for marketing this product, where you get 4 of everything, so you don't have to keep buying boxes over and over and over. So you're actually buying this for less than the booster's price. Normally, booster box costs about $76, but now that's including tax from where I'm coming from. And that's assuming you didn't pre-order. With this one, you can pay $65 and you get everything you need, a foil version of everything. You also get token cards. So token cards, pretty cool. I've been using other card games tokens to represent the tokens in this one. So it's a little neat that they actually offer tokens for this one. And then in addition to that, if that doesn't really grab your wallet, you also get a 9-pocket binder as well with refillable pages. So it's a pretty good deal, I think. If you wanted to buy the box, you can buy singles. I know some of my friends have decided to, instead of buying the box all in one, they're going to buy singles, but then you have to go hunting for them. Online should sell them, the singles anyways, if you wanted them. Let's move on. This is what the leaders look like, the battle card and the ghost tokens. So it looks like you're getting 100 cards total, 5 different foil leaders, and then 25 token cards. This is what the binder looks like. Looks pretty nifty. I'm not sure if it'll fit in my bag though. I have a pretty small bag, so I don't know if it'll fit inside of it. And this is the artwork. There was another portion of this too. Yeah. So here are the tokens. This is what it looks like. By the looks of it, we have a ghost token. I was playing ghost tanks back during set 2, and I really liked ghost tanks, and I couldn't find any tokens for it, so I had to use my chocobo tokens. I really like chocobos back in the Final Fantasy, but yeah. And I also use shadow tokens. I don't think anyone's going to use Soul Junior tokens, but with this set coming out, there is going to be a card in here, hint, that will give you and produce Cell Junior tokens very easily. The meta tokens used from the Namekians, the Slugs army, I don't think anyone's going to use this card very much, or neither is Chilled army token. I don't find these 2 tokens to be very useful, but it's nice to have them anyways. But definitely the ones that will see use is these 3 are here. So, okay, yeah, so let's go on. So the event that you cannot use this card, it'll come out before the event. The cards you can't use is you definitely can't use this is the Gen Con event. You can't use cards from the Ultimate box. You can't use cards from the Championship box or Championship pack that you get from entering the tournament, and you can't use this Goten. So they're very keen on what you can and cannot use for the Gen Con event. But after this Gen Con event happens, after August 2nd, then the other national championship you're allowed to be used. So if you go down here, the 3rd and the 4th is when Gen Con is used. You just can't use those cards. So just keep in mind that you cannot use those if you plan on going to the Gen Con event. But come August 11th and 18th, I live in California, so August 18th we'll have the cards, and you can actually use the ultimate box cards and the GOAT 10 cards and the championship cards once August 18th. So for those of you guys that live in Southern California, you can definitely use it. Alright, so now on for the review. I'm going to start with the leader first. I find that I like to start with leaders first and then work my way up. So let's start. First, let me check something. Okay, cool. Alright, so the first leader is a red leader. I definitely like Kefla, this leader, but I'm going to read it out. So when this card attacks the leader card, you may choose one Universe 6 in your hand and place it in the drop area, and if you do, draw a card. When this card is 4 or less, you may choose 2 of your energy and switch to active mode and flip this card over. Really cool because she has sort of a Universe 7 Frieza ability. The only difference is you have to attack a leader, you have to discard, and then you finally get to discard and draw 2. Most of the mechanics in this game doesn't really revolve around being able to utilize things from your discard and then bring them out. There's no condition to check for Universe 6 in the discard so you can play a card. It's basically non-synergistic with the cards, but it allows you to +1 unawaken when you attack. And she has the generic ability, so she's able to generate a +1 on unawaken, and she's a red leader. And then she flips 2 cards over when she awakens. Very generic still. It's sort of like if you were to attack a leader card, you draw a card. It's almost the same thing, except you pitch a dead card out of your hand that you might not need for the situation. So her being a red leader, there's tons of synergy with this card already. And I haven't mentioned it in my previous videos that red leaders has the most synergy with most cards. To name a few, there's the pan line, which is the Rushing Warrior pan, which when she comes into play, you can boost a red leader by 5k or a red battle card by 5k. And there's Fearless pan, which pumps up all your battle cards, including your leader, by +5. With the oncoming of the Colossal Warfare, you have cards like Blaze of Glory Son Gohan, which is cards that you can combo, and then it mills cards off the top of your deck, but it's not mandatory that you can do that. You can also attack with those cards and then mill 3 as well. So very useful with synergizing with red leaders. Other things that you could synergize with this red leader, specifically a red Saiyan leader, is cards like Unending Awakening. Cards like that as an extra card boosts her stat up by 5k for the duration of turn. So red leaders can be able to use a specific Sensu Bean to allow for longer combos. Other cards you can use are rest shields like Double Shot Vegeta, which are rest shields. You can play cards like Caulifla from the Universe 6 package, which requires you to have a red leader and helps you self-awaken. But I think nowadays there are cards that help you self-awaken just a little better. Personally, I think Digging Deep Vegeta is a really good red card that you could self-awaken if you're playing a red package deal. But yeah, other cards you can play that are extra are Kaba's Awakening, and so on and so forth. So she has a lot of synergy. Basically, the rule of thumb is you look right here. If you see Saiyan, Alien, and Universe 6, that means they have a lot of synergy with other cards, usually. So the more special trait that she shares and the color that she is, the more synergy that you have with other cards. So definitely a very sought out leader. Plus she's Kefla. There's a lot of fanboys who love the female Saiyans from the Universe 6. Let's read the Awakened side. So the Awakened side is basic generic. When it attacks, draws a card. But the other ability is you have to choose a Universe 6 in your hand and place it in the drop area. And then you give a Universe 6 battle card and herself. Actually, it can only be one or the other. Yeah, so you choose herself or you choose a battle card that's Universe 6 and it gains +5 in double strike. I'm not a huge fan of this strategy because you have to discard one card out of your hand and place it into the drop area. And then you get to choose something to gain the power. And since she only powers up one battle card instead of herself and another card, she's essentially like a Majin Vegeta I can think of, where you pitch a card and then they gain something, a special trait, and then a +5 stat. Reminds me a bit about Champa a little bit, so I think they're trying to mirror Champa in this one, just slightly. But I'm not a huge fan of her Awakened side. But I think she'll still be played just because she has a ton of synergy in this game. Moving forward. So this is a really good leader, I think, in my opinion. Vegeta has a very low amount of leader count. I think now we have the blue Vegeta from Galactic Battle, and then we have the Majin Vegeta from the TOP, and then we have the red TOP, sorry, the draft, and then we have the red TOP Frieza Saiyan Bond. Out of all of them, I think the most used one happens to be the first ever Vegeta because it's the base set. So this Vegeta, I think the fourth one, is very very cool. Well, let's go into it. So let's read the effect. He has the Warrior of Universe 7 trait, which means that all Universe 7s in all areas have no specified costs. So which means you can play a lot of variety of stuff from Universe 7 with different colors, and then he'll be able to adapt well with it. So you can definitely play 5 colors in this deck if you really wanted to. When this card attacks the leader card, if you have a Universe 7 in your energy, you draw a card. So definitely incentivizes you playing Universe 7 cards in this leader. So far, very generic, but the cool thing about him is that he gains +5 and he draws a card if you have a Universe 7 in your energy. So Awakening, same thing, choose 2 energy, put him in active mode. Blue leaders typically have a lot of support in this meta, so I think blue leaders will definitely have a lot of boost in this format. So definitely watch out for Vegeta coming forth. He's a very good leader, and you can use the legendary flute with this particular leader. Okay, so the Awakened side. So he still has the Warrior of Universe 7, but during your turn, if you have 3 or more Universe 7 in your energy, it gains +5. So he's a leader that can actually hit for 20 every time he attacks. But the cool thing about him is not the fact that he gets the +5, is because you can swap energy. And I knew this was going to be a mechanic. Being able to use your energy as your resource for like a second hand, where you're able to swap cards in and out whenever you need. And in the event that you only have 2 or less Universe 7s in your energy, you can actually swap them out, swap out cards that you might need. So you can charge like Boost Attack Piccolo or just a super combo early game, and then get it back later on in the game. I really like this about the Vegeta leader. It's a very interesting mechanic, and it's definitely going to be fun once it comes out. And the artwork is amazing. Like he's like literally soaring into the sky and punching in the sky, like he's charging. So definitely good. Blue leaders have a lot of synergy nowadays. We have the Unyielding Trunks, we have Legendary Flute, and we have Supreme Kai. What is it? Tapion, not Supreme Kai. Tapion, which lets you mill 3, and then we have the Resulted Training Sun Gohan and the Raging Spirit Sun Gohan, along with a new card that comes out of the set. So we'll mention that later. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this leader. Son Goku. Okay, so let's read this one. This one is also Warrior Universe 7, but it has Bond 1. So you actually had to have a Universe 7 onto the board for it to trigger his ability. I see that sort of like as a hindrance because the other TOP Son Goku doesn't require that you have a Universe 7 out to draw a card and get a +5 when attacking leader. So automatically, this is already subpar to the TOP Son Goku that's green. But it is another option that you can play in case you don't really like the other one. But right now, it seems to me from the front side, it is subpar. Let's see the front side. So the front side, we have the same thing, but this time it's Bond 2. So this one requires you to have 2 Universe 7s onto the field, and it gets +5 and double strike. So Bond, I have an issue with Bond, especially if it is a leader card that requires you to have those requirements. This means you actually have to have 2 other battle cards with a Universe 7 onto the field before his effect triggers. Otherwise, he's a vanilla. Like, I'd rather have him just stay on Awaken and then only leave with only 1 Bond, and he gets 15k. Otherwise, he would require you to have 2 Bond too, and then it's a very stale mechanic in terms of fluidity. I don't feel that this leader will ever or actually be used over the other TOP Frieza, because the other one at least negates an attack when he's on Awaken. But this one has even the other TOP Goku gets the +5, so he's hitting for 20. The only downside of that one is that you have to include your entire deck with Universe 7 cards. So that's the one key difference between this and this one. Why people will probably use this leader over the other, but still a subpar leader, and we have kind of a lot of Goku leaders already, and that can be totally better. Especially the SJ3 blue leader. Most use Goku leader, I think, and it's probably the best in my opinion. There's a few synergy with this, with the green package. I mean, with this one being a Universe 7, you can use the backbone of Universe 7. You could use cards like the Trunks Protector of the Children, but most likely you'll probably use the super combo from the Universe 7. You can also use Tien, Tawa, Popo, the Mill 3, Kawe, and then you can use Hopa Universe 7. And then there's a new Android 17 that comes out of here that can support this leader. But I don't really find this leader to be very appealing. I'll probably just give it out or just keep it in my collection binder because the art is amazing. It's definitely drawn by different artists for this set. So let's move on. Jiren. Okay, so Jiren is kind of, I think this Jiren's a little bit better, but let's read it. When this card attacks the leader card, you may place one Universe card, 11 in your hand, and place it in the drop area, and if you do, draw 2 cards. This is good because a lot of the new Universe 11 cards nowadays actually has synergy with being in the drop area, so you can play the big Jirens for less. Also, Despo is another one that requires you to have drop area. So this is the kind of game mechanic thing that you typically want out of this box. Because if you look at Kefla, the red leader, there's nothing in Universe 6 that actually requires you to have Universe 6 cards in your drop area for it to function well. Jiren, this particular Jiren, actually helps the deck function correctly to where you can actually have synergy with the leader and the battle cards itself. So I definitely like that about the game design going forward. This yellow Jiren has a lot of synergy, and it being a Universe 11 and a yellow leader allows you to use a lot of rest shields, such as destructive Occupation Frieza, no opening Son Goku, and their own Despo, which is also a rest shield. So Jiren definitely has the ability to put pressure onto the opponent for a very low amount of energy cost. So you can manage the mana very efficiently with Jiren, and then finish off your opponent quickly. I definitely like the artwork. He looks. You can definitely see the contours of his muscle. So that's definitely what Jiren is all about, showing strength as a weakness. So a lot of the Awakened side all have the word explosive power. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for, if you want to distinguish between the leaders, or you can just call them Ultimate Box Jiren, whichever works for language. But anyways, this one gains quadruple strike if you take 9 Universe 11 from the drop area and send it to the warp. The main problem I have with this is that it's an activate main ability. It should have been an activate battle ability, because if you think about it, it's kind of unfair that you take 9 Universe 11s out of your drop areas and put it into the warp, and then only for it to be negated by a simple Weak Coercion or any simple negate or block. It should have been an activate battle to where it's an opportune, it forces their opponent to actually block this guy's attack for fear of losing the game, because this guy has a quadruple strike for the whole duration of the turn. So that's just my comment on it. Otherwise, this leader is actually pretty decent. It'll definitely be seeing a lot more play than the other Jiren, personally, but we'll just have to see when it comes out. Let's see. Is there any synergy with this? Yeah, so you can play Shigesh, Tawa, and even Jean. Jean is the version where the yellow version where you mill 3. So one more leader, and then we'll end this review for the leaders. Then we'll talk about the battle cards later. I have to go back on my work. So Zeno is finally going to be a leader card, and this one has the exclusion principle, where you cannot use cards that don't have Universe as part of their special trait. This limits deck building design, but it also doesn't because of the way the next permanent says treat cards with Universe as part of their special traits in all areas as if they have no specified cost. So this means you can play cross-universe stuff, and then in your same deck, cards that I can see being played with the Zeno is cards like Ribrianne, which is the one from the tournament pack. It could swing and then discard 2. I think it being green, and the only super combo you can use with this is the one that comes out of this box, because of the ability saying that you can't include cards in your deck that don't have universe as part of the name. So Supreme Kai of Time isn't a universe card or with a special trait, so you have to use one out of this box. So that's just a disclaimer if you do decide to use this leader. So other than that, he has a generic attack a leader, but this time he mills up to 2. So you don't actually have to mill 2 for you to draw a card. It just says place up to 2 cards from the top of your deck and you drop it. So basically it has that clause is unnecessary. Basically if it attacks the leader, it draws a card. And then when it awakens, it untaps 2 energy, and then you can, it's basically a generic leader that comes out of every draft box, but it has the option of milling 2, and it has limitations, but it also has fluidity and synergy. So it's a very strange card. Moving forward, so the artwork is he has a little twin from the alternate universe, because of Einstein's multiverse theory, stating that when an action is done, the opposite action is done in a different universe. So that's why there exist at least 2 Zenos in this particular card. But that's besides the point. For the other 2 abilities, he has the same as the Unawakened, but this one's different because it has an activate main ability where you choose 10 cards in your drop, send it to your warp, and your opponent discards 2. Pretty simple. I really wish that Black Leaders in today's metagame has something like No Opening Sun Goku or Destructive Occupation Frieza. Basically a card that's basically what I call a rest shield, where you combo with it and it comes into play. Black does not have that, those type of cards as of yet. Hopefully in the future it will have it, so we can support Black Leaders. But particularly for Zeno, I don't think you'll be able to use it anyways, because it also has to be a universe special trait. So we'll just have to see when the cards come into play. Other things I want to say about this leader, let me see. Nope, there's nothing else I want to say about this leader. So in my next portion of this video, we're going to talk about the specific battle cards and extras. I don't think there's an extra card, but specific battle cards that come out of the Ultimate Box, and see how well it does, and then maybe I'll rate it. We'll see. Peace out. What's up, guys? We're going to do the Ultimate Box battle card review. I got my co-pilot here, Bryan Samuels. We're going to be going over the 25 cards that are going to be released in the Ultimate Box, and hopefully we'll be able to dig in deep with the different type of decks that we can do. We're both avid deck builders, so we have kind of an experience with deck building. I think with me, I can do more creative stuff, and him, he can do more competitive stuff. So hopefully that will be useful in the upcoming thing. Alright, so our first card, I don't know if I want to do this backwards, but because everybody's going to do it left to right. So Ghost Combo, Go Tanks. This is a 4-cost red card with only 1 red to play him. But if you read the card here, it says when you combo with this card, if your leader is red and you have 4 or less cards in your hand, that's a part I don't like. Play 1 ghost token in rest mode.
Wow. Okay. I don't think my reactions are like staged, guys. I really haven't seen these cards yet. So this is all brand new to me. So
yeah.
You're gonna see me as my reactions as I go.
Okay, so this is a Saiyan Earthling. So it's definitely searchable by Planet Vegeta.
Bridge Trunks.
Yeah, also Bridge Trunks. If you want to combine like a green with red.
Yeah, it could be like an interesting red-green. Like you could run the Christmas pack again. Run him in there.
The problem is your leader has to be red. And so the only thing I can think of is playing the Vegeta leader from the TOP.
Yeah, I mean Pan's really good.
But Pan would have to play like
the veggie package as well.
Well, it's the only thing that, because this card requires 4 less cards in your hand. Pan always has too many cards in his hand.
I don't think it's gonna happen as much. And plus, the other Vegeta also draws on Awaken too.
Yeah, unless you want to play Majin Vegeta, you can always do that.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be that good. Because you have to have 4 or less. So he belongs in like niche decks. Like what's that Goku GT card? The red one that was released in Colossal Warfare.
The Goku GT?
Yeah, the one that was the first card of the set. I'll put it on I'll put a picture of him. Yeah, but basically, on Awaken, when he attacks and you have 4. Well, when you attack, you draw a card, and after you draw a card and you have 4 or less, 4 or less cards, you draw an extra card. So he draws 2 cards a turn.
Interesting. Yeah. He kind of got replaced by that Burst Gohan TP4 though.
Well, you can play both. But so that would work with that, I think. And he puts the Ghost token in rest mode. So it's kind of like a rest shield. You combo this guy for 10k, and then you get like a Ghost token in rest mode.
Yeah,
it's kind of like another combo.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, decks always need more defensive cards. I mean,
well, Pan, like you said.
At least they made a red leader so you couldn't abuse it in SS3 or something, right?
Well, you can use it with Pan and then draw a card, because then you'll play a Ghost token.
It is 15k, right?
It gets a +5 and you draw a card. So, interesting card. I don't ever see it being played in the battle area, though. Even though it's searchable by Link to the Future?
Yeah, maybe if you absolutely had to. I mean,
Money Mask, Link to the Future.
I mean, there's only one red. I mean, that's the only good thing about it.
Yeah, he's splashable. Yeah,
overall, I mean, I think it's a decent card. I don't think it's...
It's a fun card.
I think it's horrible.
I definitely like the art. The Ghost looks like he's like... if you guys ever watch Rick and Morty, he looks like the little Mr. Mises. He's like having an existential crisis. Anyways, so that concludes for Ghost combo.
Yeah, decent card.
It's alright. Virtuous Strength Gohan. I definitely like the art. I'm a huge fan of Saiyaman because he likes to pose.
You like Saiyaman?
And he represents justice. That's kind of how I am. Anyways, his effect is if your leader is red, this card can attack battle cards that are in active mode.
I'm loving these cards. Only one red costume.
Yeah, very splashable.
I love that.
During your turn, when this card KOs an opponent's battle card, inflict 1 damage to your opponent. So what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as that Vegeta essentially, but I mean, the only thing is this card can attack battle cards in active mode, which is huge because you can beat down all those. So we're in the blocker age right now. Everybody's playing, Gene, Mai, things like that.
Oh, true, and then you can do one.
Yeah, this guy, he hits the damage. Which is cool. I mean, it's an interesting burn deck. You put it in a burn deck, I guess.
You think the meta will shift away from playing Gene with the release of Go 10?
Well, yeah. I mean, we were just discussing this the other day. How in the beginning of the formats, like we kind of are right now, everybody seems to kind of flood towards the decks that are super beat you on turn 2, turn 3. So right now is going to be, and especially in the beginning, is going to be a very big blocker format. I think they'll slowly start to go away as more players start to realize that control decks can
survive.
As we just saw at ARG Boston, control deck.
Wait, the blue deck?
Yeah, the blue red.
Bergamo hate.
Interesting, very interesting deck.
Well, I'm sure the meta will start to counter that, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
That's meta talks. But I think this card is kind of similar to the Kaba from the TOP. Where if you have a red leader and you attack an active mode card, or even when it attacks, it gets +5 for the duration of the turn. So I think Kaba is just a little better, but this one has that little niche effect where
you want to damage. Right?
Yeah, you can do that 1 damage, which is kind of
that could be big.
Yeah, it could be, but he doesn't get the +5, which Kaba is a little better because he's the same cost. The only difference is Kaba's 2 reds and this guy's 1 red.
Kaba's also searchable with Khalifa.
True. So, but this guy has the Adolescence Gohan, so he's splashable with all the Majin Buu.
Shigesh.
You can Shigesh him, because Shigesh is not dead apparently.
Apparently.
But yeah, this also goes with what's another engine? Oh yeah, the Vegito Here Saves the Day, my favorite card in the game still. Even though I haven't been able to use it, but one day. But yeah, if you have another Son Gohan Adolescence, this can go into that deck as well.
I wish they did. It would have been. Well, I don't know if it would have been so much better, but it would have been, I think, very good.
Yeah.
That would turn 1 Supreme Kai that searches for Miraculous Gohan at the beginning of the turn.
Oh, that guy.
I wish he was just any Adolescence Gohan, and that would have been.
Oh, it has to be Miraculous comeback.
Yeah, that would have been. I think that would have been really good.
Yeah,
I think that would.
But it
plus every turn,
Yeah.
But it doesn't have that. Only have four targets in the whole deck.
He's not a U7 either. But I think you can search with this card with the Piccolo from the
You can.
starter deck.
Okay.
It's any Son Gohan, right?
It is.
So yeah, you can search for that. That's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, Piccolo's cool. Pretty interesting.
Okay. So moving on. Deborah. I don't really like Deborah as a character in the DBZ universe. I think he's a little.
What's not to
overrated.
lie, dude? He spits on you, turn to stone. What's not to lie?
I don't know. I just don't like him that much. Maybe it's his jumpsuit or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind
or
of
his
weird.
cape. Yeah, I mean he's a demon. You would think that they would have a lack of fashion sense down there, but I guess they have fashion.
So specifically made for evil wizard.
So
Bob.
double strike, yeah. When you play this card, if you have Evil Wizard Bobbity in your battle area or leader area, for the duration of the turn, this gains plus 10 and dual attack. So
35,000 dual attack, double strike.
Okay,
It's
so
pretty
if it can
powerful.
actually go through,
Pretty
I
powerful.
always see this being played in Vegito, just because Vegito is makes all your energy all different colors, and then you can play like Bobbity.
Bring
Or
out
chain
two-
attack,
bring
or you can
out
play
two
chain
of him.
attack.
Bring
You
out two of
go,
him.
yeah, you go like intensifying Trunks, evolve for 2. But no, there's no point. You need to have 6 energy still to resolve Bobbity.
Yeah, I mean it's probably not going to see play.
It's
but,
not. At all. I don't see it.
It's a cool card. I mean, I like how they're trying to bring back all these cards to help old leaders and stuff. But
Yeah, but Bobbity's kind of like, eh.
if they didn't nerf Bobbity, like this card would be pretty ridiculous. But
Oh, you mean they designed him badly? They should have just made him different, like 15k at least. They have to make him 10k on both sides.
I guess.
Yeah. All right, next one. Rampant Evil Majin Buu.
I think it's the one I like.
I don't like this guy. So let's rate him first. It has Deflect, which is cool, but when you play this card, if your leader is Majin,
It's good, dude.
draw a card. Alright, so that means you can only play with the Majin
Play
Buu
red
leader.
blue Majin Buu, or you play Majin Vegeta, but you're not gonna play Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, he is a blue leader, Majin Buu.
Yeah,
But you can only play this with only one leader, and that's why I don't like
Oh,
it.
you can play Majin Vegeta.
Is Majin and Vegeta a Majin?
He should be. He's Majin, right? I would think so.
Might be true. Okay, well maybe
We'll have
well,
to
that's
look-
2 leaders.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, let's look it up. Or I can look it up right now.
It's actually literally right here. I got it.
Okay.
This is my leader binder specifically for my leaders. Alright. Vile Strike Dark Prince Vegeta.
Let's break it up.
Let's see. I don't think he's Majin.
No, he's a Saiyan. So
God, that's horrible. Why
Yep.
wouldn't it be Majin?
he's not a Majin. Crazy,
What?
right? But that, you
I
brought
guess,
up a
I
good
guess
point.
only because of Boo.
Wait, maybe he's a Majin on the Unawakened. No, he's
No,
not.
I doubt it.
Not. Okay, so you can only use it with one
Horrible.
leader. This card, you can only use it with the Majin Buu.
But do you think Boo is really that bad in this format?
He's a blue leader. I mean,
I mean,
he's
you can abuse Flute. You can play the I turn you into candy card, kill all or one drop little rushers. I mean,
But you have to discard a card for that, I think.
yeah, but I mean, if you're playing blue, you should have a fat hand.
That's true.
He draws every turn on attack.
It makes
after turn
Flutes
one.
dead. Yeah, it makes Flutes dead.
I mean,
No, after turn. Well,
Well, yeah,
you would have to go
'cause
second, attack, and then the second.
Yeah,
if you
your
go
second
first, it would have to be 2 attacks.
true.
So it's 2 turns. I don't know.
Unless you attack me on turn 1 and I put him under the card
Yeah,
with Cookie, and then
Cookie.
I go, yeah.
But anyways, to bring this out, you would have to play something like the
powerful.
the 3-drop Boo to search for this guy.
Okay, so we search.
Oh, you can't even evolve him. You have to actually play him.
Yeah, you
So
have
the
to
only way
tap
to do it is to search for the 5-drop Evil Awakening Boo, and then evolve for 2, and then slip a card underneath and bring out this guy.
Yeah, but
And they
how,
can't
how
kill both.
gross is this though? If you all right, you bring this guy out, deflect. Okay,
Yeah.
deflect.
It draws
Auto,
a card.
play
and
this
taps
card. Draw. It's like Go Tanks. Play. Draw a card. Switch energy to active mode.
one. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
only taps 1 though.
Dame's triple strike. Beat them down for triple strike if they want to stop it. And then you could EX evolve into the blue one. Stand them up and then go in for triple strike.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's specific deck.
oh,
That's a niche deck. But I like the art.
I think I'm gonna take that challenge.
Okay,
when
take the challenge.
When it comes out. When it comes out.
But yeah, so just a side note, I did see a video recently about the Ultimate Box, and there's not gonna be a new. Well, maybe there'll be a new Majin, but currently it says your leader is a Majin. That means it's looking for a special trait. It's not looking for a character.
It's gonna be Majin Buu.
So it's actually just a Majin Buu character. So moving on.
So, Yes.
Capricious Destroyer Champa. Okay, so he's a god in the Universe 6. So automatically it's Gowasu. You can search for that guy, or Scryed at the top. U6 makes it Kaba the Mediator. Looks at the top 3. You can add it to your hand. I think there's another one too. Alright. Manipulating God. So we got Manipulating God Champa. He's a Champa. So there's 3 cards that actually you can look for this guy. Right off the bat, just by looking at the special trait.
This is so weird though. Okay, his effect. He has a 2/3 chance to When you play this card, if your leader card is a God or Universe 6, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 9,000 power or less and KO them.
Yeah.
Okay. Why 9?
I think it's because they don't want it to be 10.
Well,
So it
yeah,
hits
that'd
like
be good though.
Cronoa, it hits like I don't know.
That's so weird. Like, I want to be able to kill the veggie package. I want
Yeah,
to
you
come
can't
out
do
and
that.
kill Kaba. Like, kill it. You can't. Like,
I don't know. He's kind of a late drop too, like a 2-drop just to kill 2 little guys. Personally, not a big fan of it, but I guess you can evolve the big Champa, on top of this guy.
I mean, at least he looks cooler to search for than the original, the scheming god. What is it? The
Yeah.
turn 2. Yeah, at least he looks
Scheming.
better than him.
I think he might be a little better than Scheming.
Oh no, he's way better, but you
Maybe.
can't play him in Vegeta, like,
Yeah.
because he's not U6 or God. But
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's why I'm saying. Like, yeah, I don't know about it now. Yeah, I'm kind of.
but he only needs 1 red.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so let's move on. Oh, so I made the video earlier about the Zeno. I already reviewed all the leaders.
Okay.
So you can probably play this in Zeno. Zeno says the permanent has to be, you can only play universe cards in your deck.
Okay.
So this can go into
splash
universe
him in
deck.
there?
And he is a god. Zeno is a god. So you can play this in that too. Do
Interesting.
some specific board removal.
Okay.
Side deck, I guess.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I already did it. Okay, so this is my favorite card of the set.
Pretty broken.
So it's called All Inspiring Intimidating Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. Okay, so the thing I like about this card is that he's only cost 4. He only needs 1 blue, and he's a 4-cost Saiyan that's searchable by Planet Vegeta. And if that doesn't get you off your knickerbockers, if your leader is blue and this card's in rest, it gains barrier, and your opponents cannot attack your leader. Your opponent's card cannot attack your leader card. Okay,
Like-
so what does this mean? It means your leader is a 20k base stat
With barrier.
and has barrier, so they can't even remove them.
And when you play it on the first turn,
Yeah.
you draw.
And you draw a card
The only reason why I even know about this card,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now.
because people
I got
played it.
scared.
Yeah.
I played some dude on untap, right? All right. This guy was playing it with what's the turn 3 yellow card? That he can't attack any other cards.
Turn 3 yellow card.
It's a turn 3 Tagama or something like that. Set one. Yellow when he's in rest.
Oh
mode.
yeah.
Okay, the guy's whole point was a lock deck that had 2 of
Lock
those
down,
out
yeah.
and had him out.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's a little.
And it has barrier.
Huh?
And this has
yeah,
barrier.
but then they also played Ox King to get that guy buried. So then you couldn't like
Do anything.
You couldn't do anything.
That's a weird deck.
I mean, he never got it out on me. Unfortunately, I actually
Yeah.
wanted it. I was actually curious what his
But
deck did, and then when
this
I finally
guy's
saw him,
splashable.
yeah, I think you only need him. I don't even think.
Yeah, you don't need anybody else.
You should
I mean,
only
you put a
need him.
Sensu Bean on this guy. He's already a 25k leader. You have a 25k leader with 1 Sensu Bean.
Exactly.
I mean, I think he's definitely going to see a lot of play. He's a blue card, blue leader format right now. He's definitely going to go in a lot of decks.
Splash a lot of blockers in there to protect him too.
Yeah.
Splashing those.
He has
creatures.
barrier. Like, you don't even.
No, I'm
think
saying if
about
they try to attack him with something big or something, you know, like
it. You can Whis.
yeah, you can negate too. Either way, it doesn't matter what.
Or
But anything
full
you
card.
want, just stop it.
I think right now this card is just phenomenal. I think definitely
It
my
is.
favorite card, battle card
Let's
in
hope.
this ultimate box.
Let's hope SS3 gets a little bit of a hit.
And he's Vegito.
He's gonna be coming out too early.
He's my favorite.
He looks
creature.
pretty cool too. I mean, he's SS blue and everything. Oh, that's sick.
Gotta love the white gloves. Privilege, white privilege. Just kidding. Alright, let's move on.
They're Michael Jacksons.
Okay, so we got Determined Time Leaper Trunks. 2 costs, 1 blue. Saiyan Earthling. Okay, so when this card attacks with the top 7 of your deck, choose up to 1 Trunks feature, add it to your hand. So I looked up the different trunks. I think there's about 12 different feature chunks because there's like a lot of greens and a lot of blues. So
Well, I think there's only really one. If you're really trying to run that deck, there's only really one way to run it. It's mono blue. Yeah, only because like
we got bridge trunks.
no. Yeah, I know there's green targets, but like
I'm
around.
sorry. Let's go back here. So with this card, you can actually search it with trunks linked to the feature. The 3 costs. Well, he didn't search, but you look at the top 7 for blue Vegito, 8 or less, and add it to him.
Perfect.
And it's searchable by Bulma, the support
Yeah,
of the feature.
it's a whole little thing.
Yeah,
You could just play it in Soul Striker. Sick.
yeah, and your Soul Striker is a 20k. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm starting to like this format a little bit.
Yeah, it's cool. I think Soul Striker is going to see a little bit of a return this next.
Hopefully.
This next format.
He is for
Oh,
20.
you like Soul Striker? Huh? I forgot.
I love Soul
You're a
Striker.
big fan.
I mean, being able to regenerate energy.
Oh yeah, it's always been good. And then when SS3 came out,
And he
I
hits
was
for 20.
I'm a Vegeta, hardcore old school Vegeta.
I actually
so
played
you know-
Vegeta first.
You know,
I didn't
I'm
play
not-
Soul Striker first.
No, I'm not the biggest Soul Striker fan.
Okay, so how do you think about this card? Sorry.
I mean, I think it's good, man. I mean, I like the second part of his effect too. Like, yeah, it comes out, you search for your card, it breaks itself even, which is good. But then at the same time, like, you can also attack with it because it says this card gains 5,000 power
so
duration of turn, so it becomes a 15k threat.
For 2.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I think that's pretty good.
I think Goten is just gonna overshadow this card 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, well, yeah, Goten because of Bardock.
Because of Bardock and
I mean,
searchable. And
I don't know. It has its pros and cons. I mean, yeah, Goten is just so much better. But yeah.
Okay, move on.
It's a cool looking card too.
Yeah, I think a lot of the arts are them turned around.
Yeah, man.
But he's not a leader, so they should have made this guy a leader.
Maybe
that'd be good.
Speaking of good looking cards, though, this next card looks pretty nice.
You think so?
Oh yeah, you don't like that?
Nah.
Look at him, he's holding the scythe and everything. Dang.
I don't know. I think they try to fit him in a tiny little card. They should have made him smaller, like he's lunging from a distance or something, and he has a giant scythe. That would have been better. They should have made me the guy who was the director.
Oh yeah.
But this guy, anyway. So this guy is a Saiyan god. So Guasu, time ring,
mono blue.
I wrote it down. It's a time ring. The time ring.
Yeah, you can search for timer.
Yeah, time ring. Oh, and then he's a Patora target, Patora fusion target for the Zamasus. The 2 Zamasu.
I hate that. I hate one thing on this card, David. Can you tell me what it is? Thank you.
3 blues.
I hate that.
But it's fine. You can only play this with Zamasu and Goku Black. They only play blue most of the time anyway. So.
Yeah, but like
you can't Shigesh.
That makes it.
You can Shigesh him.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, well, Shigesh, I'm not really worried about.
Yeah. This is just a green Zamasu lookalike. Except this guy has barrier and he doesn't search, and he's infinitely worse.
Well, I mean, he's an okay 3-drop. Like, you're gonna bring it out in your opponent's turn 2 if you're playing Goku Black.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're gonna get 2 tokens on turn 2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he has barrier, so it's not bad. Like, it's just the 3 blue kills me, man. You can't splash it at all.
I don't know. I don't mind playing this in.
So like, what happens if you turn 3, you go Goku Black, you get a life, and it's a black card. Now you're like, okay, now I can't play.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Now I can't play Terra.
So don't play black.
Come on now. Come on.
I don't think you did it.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I like how they're revamping the old leaders.
Yeah, they should have made them like one or 2 blue.
It has combo power, the shadow tokens.
Yeah, it has value.
This box comes with 2 tokens, or like 25 tokens. So you'll have a bunch.
Really?
So you'll have the ghost tokens, or the shadow tokens.
Sick.
It even comes with the chilled armies. It's stupid.
Oh yeah, they came out. Didn't they come out with the chilled card or something like that?
Yeah. Oh! With this card, you can evolve the spare on top of this guy.
Oh, you can, huh?
And then blow up 3 energy, but that's on turn 7.
Sick.
But if you're playing Goku Black, you have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure Steve Aragon's gonna like this card.
Yeah. Top the
Goku Black player number 1.
So Saiyan also. So you can search for it with Bridge Trunks and.
It's decent. He's a god. Get it with Guasa.
Yeah,
it's good.
Just get it with Guasa. Okay, moving on. Undying Zamasu. So another Zamasu card. Same artwork as Vegito, but it's like a counterpart where he's like, I believe they fought, right? They fought in that saga. So yeah, so it makes sense that they're, and he has the time ring in his left hand. His right hand.
I like this.
Is it the right hand?
It's his right hand. I like this card.
Okay, so this is indestructible. Only 4. So you don't even have to play this in Zamasu or Goku Black. And he's 20k. 2 blues. Indestructible. That kind of reminds me of the other one. The other Zamasu. The 3-1. The 3-drop. He's a 15k.
Oh, yeah. 3-drop 15k. This guy's just so much better, though.
When you play this card, well, you have to pay 4. I suppose it's 2.
Yeah, but
that's
his
fine.
effect is just so much better.
It's a 5k combo shield, too. Anyways, when you play this card, your leader is Zamasu and Goku Black, and you have 5 or more energies. You may inflict 2 damage to yourself, so it's a self-awakener for those 2 leaders. And you just basically untap
and he's free.
The same energy. So he's free to play.
Comes out for free. Which is huge in that deck because that deck you need to do the bring out the big guy, you know. He's also good late game. You don't have to bring him out on turn 4. You can bring him out later if you don't have a Zamasu out. Say you have the Scythe Goku Black out and you want to bring out the what's the big guy?
Oh, the other side?
10-drop, the Fuse.
The green one?
Yeah, that guy. Like, say you have that guy out and you want to bring this guy out.
Yeah.
Like,
he's 7. He costs 7 to Patora Fusion.
Yeah, I mean, a Goku Black, you're going to have a lot of energy, though. So, I mean, you should be dumping objection early.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Meh.
It's okay, actually. I kind of like it.
Okay.
I mean, would you play him or would you play the one that kills something?
Zamasu? Oh,
he has to be ran as Zamasu, though.
Oh, yeah. The one that kills something, he's a 10k combo shield.
Yeah, but he has to be ran as Zamasu. This guy can be ran at either Zamasu or Goku.
Oh,
Black.
true. Okay, so
it's a little interesting.
yeah. Time ring, also a time ring target. Zamasu. So, is there another thing I want to talk about with this? It's Gowasu.
Yeah, I mean, there's not
Gowasu.
not much to talk about. I mean,
Okay, some more.
Yeah. It's got
Indiscriminate Obliteration Sidras. Okay, so he's the Universe 9. Oh, Universe 9. That means Bergamo deck. Like if you know the Row card, you played Row. You have more targets this time that are actually useful.
Ooh.
You don't have to play the cat girl.
I think his effect is pretty nice too.
As a blocker, it's a god.
He's a blocker.
When you play this card, you may choose one card in your life, add a train. So it helps Bergamo awaken. That's what I see. Bergamo's a blue leader.
Look. Bergamo
It's never gonna happen.
needs more support. Okay.
Okay.
I just don't like his effect. Anyway, but so he's a self awakener.
Helps awaken, yeah.
Okay,
He's a blocker.
then after you get a card to your hand, if you do add a life to your hand,
Yeah.
you get to choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and energy.
So this makes sense with the Universe 9.
Yeah, equal to or
With
less
Row.
than the energy and KO.
Yeah, with Row, you
Beautiful.
can definitely.
Beautiful. Universe 9 actually has some good cards. What's that card that you like draw two? You have to like discard one, draw two. It's a
one.
2-drop. The 2-drop, like scary
Oh,
monster and
oregano.
chains and shit.
Oregano.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, you put a card on the bottom, you draw 2. It has to be a Universe 9.
The card you send though, you don't have to have a Universe 9 leader. The card you send has.
Yeah, the card you send has to be Universe 9 and you draw 2. So Universe 9s, they're definitely splashable. And this one doesn't require, even this own god doesn't require you to play.
Yeah, he's not bad. I mean,
Bergamo.
yeah, he's not bad.
And he's a blocker.
And he's a blocker. Shoot, you already know how good blockers are.
You know, Blue needed a lot of support. I think this set definitely helped Blue a lot.
Blue needed a lot of support.
Yeah.
Blue already is like the most OP color.
No, I'm talking about the battle cards.
Oh, you mean like Universe 9?
No, the battle cards of Universe, or just the Blue, are just like lackluster.
Oh, yeah, somewhat.
I mean, yeah, if you combo with them, they're great, like Unyielding Trunks, but I can't think of a good blue card.
Oh, there's a few.
Which one? I don't know. Also God and Universe 9. So Rosette, which is the scryer for Universe 9, can look for this. Also Gowasu bait, so you can look for Gowasu. So, not much else.
The gods are definitely coming out now.
Yeah, I like that. I like that I have all the God instructions. So this one looks like a.
Oh, they have the clown in here too?
Maybe.
I'm curious.
Okay, I already did the leader. Okay, so last one standing, Son Goku. So we're on the green section of this. So hopefully you guys been following along.
Oh, this card is sick.
I like the art.
That card is it's good.
Okay, so it's a 5-cost Universe 7 Saiyan. So ready to fight. There's no Saiyan card that searches for this except for Bridge Trunks.
Yeah. Oh, ready to fight, right?
Ready to fight, yeah.
Okay.
But the Frieza, all the Universe 7 like draws a bunch anyways. You'll see this card for sure.
But I mean, also, it's also for all you guys that like playing the mono, or like playing the green Goku leader. It's another user that can go in there. I think his effect is actually pretty impressive, especially with the U7 Frieza deck. I think he'd be really good.
He's a control card.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You just leave it out there and you just snap a card every turn.
I mean, but when you play this card from your hand, if there's 9 or more Universe 7, you drop air. Okay. So that means that up until that drop, you pretty much can't play any black cards.
No.
Okay. That's probably one of the. That's a little bit of a steep requirement.
Let's see, when you play this card again, 9. Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
But I mean, Frieza's gonna dump one every turn. So by the time he gets out, you should have at least 4 by Frieza's effect.
This can't be negated either on the attack.
Exactly.
It doesn't have deflect, but
so he KOs any battle card, and then for the duration of the turn, this card gains 10,000 power. Okay, so he's 35k.
Yeah.
Triple strike.
Yeah. And
then his attacks cannot be negated.
I think they won't attack with this guy. They'll probably just evolve over with hope to the future, and he's a 45 because the power transfers up.
You could, but I mean,
but you have to have 9.
What if you want to finish him in one hit?
Yeah.
And then they can't stop it. So I mean,
Victory Strike already does that though.
No, but I'm saying like, what if let's say Victory Strike's not an option here. Mm-hmm. Like you bring him out, you KO a battle card. Okay. Yeah. Then.
Yeah, you can KO. No, you can't KO blockers or barrier blockers.
Nah, not barrier blockers. But I mean, you can pretty much get rid of any other thing.
This card can still be Mafu, but I don't really like this card. But in each decks, it'll probably be good. Maybe if the format was slower, it'd be good. But right now, I think he's subpar.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like his art.
Well, any UI.
I think this is the art where he rides Kefla's beam.
Oh, he's all carrying. He's all bouncing around.
Yeah. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
He's like,
That was like the ultimate disrespect.
Yeah.
Straight up like the ultimate.
I'm not even gonna battle you.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna
ride.
shoot a
I'm just gonna
Kamehameha
ride
in your
this
face.
beam. And then I'm gonna have instant replay on it like 3 times.
Back to back to back.
Yeah. Even on the review, or what's it called, recap?
Yeah.
The next, yeah.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, she just got handled.
Anyway, so let's move on. I don't really like this card. He loves. Let's move on.
I don't think it's too bad.
Oh, this card's awesome. I'm a huge Android leader fan. Android 17 and 18. I don't really like the other Androids like 13 or even Mirror sometimes. I definitely like the Android leader. Okay, so what this does is it's a 5k combo shield. 5 costs 2 creep, but that doesn't matter. You can do the cell chain. It's an Android, so you can look for it with Dr. Jero, and that's it. But that's not important. What's important is when he comes out, if your leader is an Android, which is the Android 17 and 18, you draw 2, and you get 2 cell junior. That's +4.
Oh, interesting. So
and they have combo power.
You can actually bring this out with the 3-drop too, right? The absorption.
Yeah.
So you can just turn 3, bring him out, draw 2, bring out 2 tokens.
Bring out 2. That's +4.
Rushy. That's really rushy. If you don't want, that's another alternative. If you don't want to play the cell chain, like you play like a rush,
or
like
you play
rush
both.
Androids. I guess, but like if you're not gonna want to waste your 3-drop to bring him out if you're gonna go for the cell chain. Like
sometimes the cell chain is not good in situations because they're anticipating it, so they're dumping their hand. And you're like, all right. And then you go into this guy, and then you get like a +4. They have combo power and they're 10k, so you can like hit them for 10 if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I think there's I like them more personally in just a rush deck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's less targets. You don't have to play the 18s. You don't got to play the 8 drops or 7 drops. I think in a rush deck it'd be very good.
Okay. Outside of a rush card, it's still good.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
3. It's a 3 for. You could also play this in Cell's Birth. You can reduce the cost by what, 3 or 2? 2. Okay, so this is a 3 cost plus. Well, you have to give up Cell's Birth. And this card doesn't. Well, this card drops 2, so it's like you have to give us Cell's Birth and evil form, and then you draw 2. I don't know. I can't do the math. It's +2. It's a +2 with
I think on the 3-drop, it's awesome. It's so much value.
Yeah, I definitely like this card.
It's one card. So you're gonna break. You're gonna +1, right?
With so Cell's Birth.
No Cell's Birth.
Then it's just 1.
3-drop, 17. Actually, you're breaking even.
Yeah.
You're breaking even, but then you're getting the 2 combo power tokens too. So you're also
Yeah.
I think that carries a lot of value.
Yeah, they draw 2.
On turn 3, I think that's pretty.
So with the Cell Leader, Cell's Birth will reduce this to 3. So you just straight up play it and draw 2. I think Cell had a problem drawing cards because he was Awaken he is no problem, but Unawaken you can like just play this guy with Cell's Birth, draw 2 cards and play 2 tokens for defense. But it's pretty good. Definitely using two different leaders. I'm not sure about Mira or what's another Android leader? Oh, Android 13. Okay, let's move on. Deathless Warrior Broly.
Ooh, dang.
Cool art. I always say that. Saying he's a 4 cost. 3 evolve on a Broly.
Ooh.
So that's expensive.
Why does your leader have to be Broly?
Yeah.
No, I think I just read him. I think he's very good, but the fact that he has to be Broly.
Well, I think it shows loyalty to the leader. This way, SSJ3 doesn't play him. Like he whores himself out to every engine.
Yeah, but like how broken? Like okay, let's say because Greens already has super field control killing the field, right? Yeah. So they have no battle cards out. You just bring this guy out and they have to kill 2 cards, and you evil them for practically nothing, right?
When you evolve this card into a Broly, no, he's like Endless Evolution. He reduces the cost of the.
No. But his effect says when you play this card.
No, I'm reading the permit.
Oh yeah, no, it does the same thing as the last one.
Endless.
Yeah, but I'm saying, let's say you have Endless out and you evolve this, you only have to pay 1 for Endless. So he comes out for 1 and then you discard 2 cards.
Well, if they don't KO battle card.
But if you bring out Endless first, they shouldn't have any battle cards in it. That early in the game, they shouldn't really have any battle cards. Yeah. So then they're gonna have to discard 2 cards. I think that's pretty.
Broly's slow right now. But his discarding is kind of nice. It slows down the game a little bit, but it's a reverse crit. He attacks, you discard, they take the damage. It's a reverse crit. Like the card from their hand goes to the drop instead of the life. But that's different. Good in Broly.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'll say.
I don't think Broly's completely horrible, but
yeah, cool art. Next. I love Android 17. He's cool. Especially I think the show kind of made him like
man,
more
that
hipster.
guy is very good.
All right, so Android and Universe 7.
That guy is very good.
So he can play with Universe 7.
God, I hate barrier blockers.
Warrior of Universe 7 makes this guy colorless. Barrier and blocker. Yeah, 4. So when you play this card, if your leader's green, so that limits you from using it in like U7 Visa. And of course, it's great in Android 17 and 18 because it reduces the cost to 3. Yes. And he has barrier blocker.
I bet you like that.
Okay, but the thing is, he KOs something when he comes in. So he's a barrier blocker and a KOer. I mean,
And he comes out on turn 3.
he's coming. He's going down in my Android
You're
deck.
playing 4 of them in your Android deck,
Yeah.
for sure. That's the new Android to play right there.
5K combo shield. That's sick.
That card's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So my Android's just definitely got a boost in this.
And a 20k blocker
in this set.
5th barrier.
Yeah.
God.
Yep. I'm gonna have fun playing with this one.
I bet you are. I bet you.
All right, so let's next one. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So far, I think that's probably the best card I've seen so far.
I like the cell a little better, but whatever.
Really?
Yeah. Just because he's a +4.
Oh, this chick looks cool.
Okay, so this is the god of Universe 2, the god of love, and her name is Elegant Assistant Hides. So with the Zeno, let's read the card. Super combo. If your leader is a god or Universe 2 and your life is up 4 or less, he's like the emissary of what's that guy's name? Emissary of what?
From emissary of the flame, right?
Yeah, emissary of the flame. Right? You discard a card, draw 2. Same as a super combo, and it gets +10.
Oh, nice. Piccolo also has a new super combo now. The leader,
he's a god.
Piccolo. It's green and he's got. Nice.
But
And she has-
I like the Saiyan a little better because he can use that at 5 life instead of. But you can draw 2. I mean, pros and cons.
This card's way. Why do you think they say the emissary is like the best super combo in the game right now?
Do you think so?
Yeah. Get rid of something that's trash in your hand. Draw two new cards.
That's true.
That's pretty good, man.
The Namekians don't really have trash cards though.
Namekian is not bad. It's just I just feel you have to play it with blue, but
yeah,
that's fine.
For sensible.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can only use this with the Zeno leader. This is the only super combo you can use because the Supreme Kai of Time doesn't work with that because the Supreme Kai of Time isn't a universe card. This is a universe card, so you can play it anywhere. It's green. Gawasu can look for it, just like Blue Stack Pickle. And what's that old man called? Zarbon? The old man from Universe 2.
The old man from Universe 2?
The 1-drop. You play him.
Zarbuto.
Zarbuto. Okay, so Zarbuto can look for her. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know how many god leaders are there, but there's Champa, Vados, Beerus. I can't think of any more. Piccolo. Is there another Piccolo? No.
And then Zeno.
There's that. Yeah. It's like 7. I want to say 7. There's about 7 different god leaders. So let's move on. He's not a god. Piccolo Jr. is not a god.
Yeah.
Okay, so Indomitable Super Saiyan Son Goku Jr. If your leader is Goku's lineage and your life is at 2 or less, this gets swapped. You pay 5 to swap in an 8.
So you can bring in the 8-drop on turn 5.
There's 2 of them.
You could bring up the
Goku Jr.
The SCR.
Yeah, Goku Jr. And then there's a height of mastery.
Either way, when either one of those cards come out, that should pretty much be your kill turn anyway. So
hopefully.
I mean, turn 5. That's actually not bad. I mean, he has no other effect though, huh?
Which one?
This guy.
No, he does not. He's a last resort card. Since you control your life very well with instant transmission and Bardock.
Yeah, no, that's very easy to 2 life
going
is
to
very
2
easy
is
to go into.
you know. Yeah.
You can just Bardock yourself down.
Yeah. Or use instant transmission to control your life a little bit.
Yeah, that too.
And then you play this guy, but you have to pay what?
5.
7 energy, 2 for him, and then.
Well, you're not gonna do it on turn. You bring him out on turn 2, or bring him out early.
Oh, you know what? I think the reason why Shigesh didn't get the treatment that he should have deserved is because Goku's lineage needs Shigesh to play these swap cards in, so they can swap for free. I think that's the reason why. That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, Pan does the same thing.
Oh, Pan. The lineage, yeah.
Yeah, the super combo.
Yeah, the super combo.
Well, not the same thing, but it does.
It does different things.
It does something.
Yeah.
I mean,
last resort card. I don't think. Yeah.
Maybe if it drew a card when it was put in play and it had that effect, then yeah, it'd probably see play. But
I think it'd be better to have barrier.
I mean, the good thing is what you can do too. If you have a Bardock out in turn 1,
Yeah.
you can actually swap him out for Bardock.
For Bardock.
You can get your life for Bardock.
So you can pay
pass
6.
and put it back in. You can bring him out for 6.
Yeah, for 6.
Or,
That's a
or,
lot
or if
still.
you just happen to have Bardock out, you could bring it out for 5.
Yeah, that's still a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty
Until the
good.
format slows down, I don't think this
Yeah,
card's going to
because-
actually see a lot of play.
Yeah.
Maybe a little later.
I don't know. You know, swap has actually gotten a lot. It's very popular.
It is popular, but it doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, I don't think it's like top tier, but
Yeah.
it's good.
All right, moving on. Space Pirate Shield. I don't like that they're revamping the.
I like it already.
Okay, so Frieza Clan.
Ooh.
That means you can play it with Cooler,
You play with U7
Blood of
Frieza.
the Tyrant. U7 Frieza.
It's Frieza Clan.
No, you have to discard a U7.
No.
Wait,
Yeah,
no.
but I'm saying you can use that leader to play him in it.
Use the leader to play him in it.
You can play Chilled in that deck with that leader because he's Frieza Clan.
Which leader are you talking about?
The U7 Frieza.
Oh, right, because it's Frieza Clan. Okay.
Yeah, because your leader has to be Frieza Clan.
I don't know if I want to waste my turn 3 playing this guy though.
I mean, you play top cards deck in your drop area.
And if you have another Frieza Clan, you draw
Okay,
one.
so he's great with the 7-drop cooler.
Yeah.
Okay. He's also good if you play it in the deck that maybe you could play it like Frieza Clan
Yeah.
with. Remember that new Goku I told you that you don't like? You need 9 or more Universe 7s.
Oh,
So
the
it's
one, the green one, yeah.
It's another way to mill cards.
Okay, but you have to mill a Frieza Clan first in the drop, and then you get the draw.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to get lucky.
Well, no, you play it more based on Frieza. You play the 7-drop Frieza, the Emperor. You
Yeah.
play the Emperor. You play the 5-drop that brings him out early. You play him. You could even play the turn 4, the tournament pack Frieza. Play him. He's not bad.
What I don't understand is why would they produce like in this game they produce tokens and only some of them have combo powers. That doesn't make any sense. Like chilled army tokens should have had combo power.
Yeah, they only give it to him when the leader's awakened, right? When the leader's awakened, they all gain combo power.
No, it's
Or is it the 5-drop?
the 5-drop.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and he doesn't even have evolve. You can't even evolve that 5-drop into his. I don't like Scar.
It's all right. It's not nothing.
I mean, it's one
nothing
yellow.
special.
That's what the only thing it has going for it. One yellow.
It's nothing special.
Splashable.
He gets 2 attackers. It's not bad.
Yeah. Elite Bloodline Cooler. I mean, yeah, he's Cooler, I guess. 2 yellows, Frieza Clan again. If there are 3 or more Frieza Clan, your drop area reduces cost. So the Cooler leader, you could mill 3 every turn for free. So this becomes a 3-drop. Not much to say about it.
Oh, so he's a dual attacker then.
When this card attacks, if your leader, yeah,
He's a clan plays
it's
top
dual.
card
He's
deck and all
he's
that.
an auto dual attacker, which is better than dual attacker. I think, in my opinion. So
So
your
he's gonna mill 6 cards in 1 turn. No.
place the top 3
Never mind.
cards of your deck.
Because the auto's once per turn. So when on
Yeah.
the second attack, you won't get the mill.
Yeah. He's whatever. He's a 3 cost.
I'm sure there'll be a
20K.
bunch of fun decks running around.
He looks cool though. Is there? Do any of the coolers evolve on top of each other? Blood of the
Isn't the meta cooler?
Blood of the Tyrant. What is his evolve cost? Does he evolve at all?
Blood of the Tyrant clan.
The 7-drop. Does he evolve?
I'll check while we're going through this. But
I can look it up right now.
no, I have it in my hand.
I don't think he has a evolve cost.
I don't think he does either.
But even if they,
I know the
Even if he did, he wouldn't still be useful.
other one does, I believe. The
might know that.
meta cooler.
Yeah, you have to have a. No, I don't think he evolves either. Even then, you have to have a meta core underneath him to actually bring out the little 15Ks.
Well, these guys actually probably wouldn't be bad in that meta cooler deck because they all mill.
Yeah, and he's a Frieza's clan.
Yeah. So I mean,
Okay, so this belongs in a meta cooler deck.
yeah. I mean, all those cards do. You probably play.
Oh, you know
Chilled
what?
in there,
Yeah. So you definitely want to play this in meta cooler.
too. You definitely want Chilled in there for
It
sure.
mills 3, and then attacks twice.
Yep. And Chilled,
This one right
the
here?
infinite meta coolers are all Frieza clan, right?
So yeah. Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're gonna get that effect off guaranteed.
And you get
So
the draw card. Okay, so meta cooler deck has a draw card, but I prefer to play Bulma. Because she plus. Actually, no,
this guy gets you 2
That's a
tokens.
+3. Yeah, that's a +3.
2 tokens draws a card.
Well, it doesn't do anything. Those,
and mills.
Those
Your deck
tokens,
needs to mill.
those tokens don't do anything. It's just, I don't know. It's just a 10K. If it can combo, I would be convinced this is a better.
Well, this is early game. You can still attack.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not bad.
Okay.
See, there's use. There's use.
There's some use. Frieza Obsession of the Clan. 4-drop, 2 yellows. He's both the Frieza's army and the Frieza's clan.
Oh, that card's not bad.
Too bad he doesn't cost 2. Otherwise, you can go Avenging Frieza. Look at the top 3. Add it to your hand.
That card's not bad.
Okay, so when your opponent attacks any card and your leaders are Frieza clan,
Other than Frieza, what?
you have to pitch a Frieza clan that's not Frieza.
Wait, what? Like,
and then it negates an attack.
so again, it's good in Meta Cooler. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I think they just made Meta Cooler support. I think you can play this in maybe.
I'm definitely gonna make a cooler deck.
Is it really cool?
It might be. It might be.
Might not be.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun deck for sure.
Yeah.
But
It's cool, I guess.
be a cool little deck to run.
Yeah. I was thinking about the 8-drop Frieza, but the 8-drop Frieza is too hard to bring up.
Yeah, you're better off just bringing out the Emperor, dude.
Yeah.
Bring out the Emperor. You should
I'd rather bring the Emperor, yeah.
Not the Emperor. There it is, the clown.
Okay, so this is the clown. Belmon, he's the god of
good.
Universe 11, which is Jiren's universe. I think I watched the video where I think they deemed him the most powerful god of
Well,
destruction.
he's supposed to be the most powerful. I think Beerus is, but
No, Beerus is the most liked. Anyways, so God, Universe 11, Gawasu. You can also look for this card using Tupper, the one that's doing this.
oh yeah.
Yeah, the top 3.
How?
He does this. When I first saw that card, I just laughed a little because he's like a dancing monkey. Okay, so this is a 4-cost, 2 yellows. He has Barrier and Double Strike, and when you play this card with the top 3, any 3 card, and then choose any card. So this is kind of like a Goten. And then you put, but the difference is you place the rest of the drop area as
And
opposed
if
to
you
Goten.
chose not to add any cards to your hand,
Yeah,
you KO one of your opponent's cards in rest mode.
and he has Barrier.
20k though, I hate that.
Yeah, he should be 25. He's the god of destruction.
Yeah, Beerus is 22 though.
Yeah, he should be 20. Well, he has Barrier. That's what I like about him.
Yeah,
But,
Beerus is always cool. I think he's gonna be cool.
So either you choose the plus or you take away a card from your opponent. I think that's makes him versatile.
Yeah, I actually think Universe 11 is gonna be a lot better this set.
Yeah, I think so
So
too.
I think that
Well, the Jiren?
the new Jiren leader is actually very good.
Yeah, he discards and you draw 2.
Yeah, he's just like Frieza. They made a couple leaders like that though.
Yeah, Kefla and
Ooh, what? I told you I haven't seen any cards. I saw the Jiren because it was on.
yeah,
somebody posted it
Kefla.
online.
You discard a Universe 6 card when she attacks a leader.
So it has to
and then
attack.
It has to attack a leader.
So
next
and Jiren says
Jiren also has to attack a leader. Discard a Universe.
It's kind of lame.
Okay, but he's better. He's obviously better than the other Jiren from TOP.
Well, yeah.
Because a lot of the
No wonder why everybody's trying to get those off me. I'm not getting rid of those now.
which one?
The
Dispo?
Dispo, the Tournament Pack Force.
Oh yeah. So you can play it for 2.
That guy's
Yeah.
broken. 20k barrier blocker, right? Am I right?
20k blocker.
I think he has barrier. Oh no, he doesn't have barrier. He has the same effect as your Android 17. When he attacks, at the end of the turn, you switch him to active.
Oh yeah. Okay. He does something like that.
Good card. Good card.
So he's kind of like an 8.
Yeah, he's actually
without the Vegeta.
he's gonna be good in that deck.
Really good. This is also Universe 11, so it stacks up the count for
Yeah, you could splash him.
Jiren. Yeah,
Splash him.
Splash him. No, he's definitely going in.
Think so?
Yeah, he's a 5k combo shield. I don't see why not.
We'll see. Let's go with the theme.
Can Topo bring him out, or is it 3
I think
left?
Topal's Turtles.
Okay. Good fight, anyways. Let's look at the black cards. Force Absorption Demogorgon.
Triple Strike. First thing off the bat.
Okay, so this card is really good in Demogorgon, but you have to have 15 or more black cards in your war. But the upside is you can choose all your opponent's battle card and send them to the warp. Or send them in the combo area. Sorry.
Oh dang.
Okay, so really good if it goes off, but I don't think it
Turn
will.
5 in a non-energy ramping deck.
15, yeah.
No, that's fine. The black cards is fine because you're milling every turn. But
And Demogorgon has to play black cards to
yeah,
function
so,
well.
I mean that's fine. That part of it is fine. But the getting to turn 5, like, well, I guess it's not that hard.
It's not hard, but this format's a little too fast for this guy.
Well, I mean, once the SCR comes out, it's pretty much game, right? People bring out the black Demigor SCR, and it's pretty much game when that
I
guy
don't
comes
know what that guy does still.
out. The guy's broken.
He looks at their hand, right? Combos
You-
3 cards.
You choose, I think it's 3 or 4. It might even be 4. 4 battle cards, and you put them in your combo.
Yeah,
area.
he's-
and he has
he's
triple,
really nasty,
triple
but-
strike.
He requires 4 energies to play out, I think.
5, I think.
5? That's too much.
It's 5.
This guy reminds me of Bardock, except you don't have to actually play the Bardock. You don't have to X-Evolve to do this.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't like that he's Demon God specific.
Yeah, there's nothing to search for. Yet.
It's okay. You can find use for it in different deck.
You mean one deck?
Well, I mean like different builds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 leader. I'm sorry, 1 leader. Okay, so let's move on. I don't like him that much. If he does resolve, he's great. But if he doesn't, most of the time he doesn't. And he's a 10k combo shield.
Yeah, and decks that aren't blue, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Kind of hard.
Okay, I like this card. Forced Ejection Masain. He's a Masain, so he's searchable by Toa. But right now we're in a blue SJ3 format, so what he does is, I'll read the overall. 3-1. If you have placed a card in your energy during your charge phase this turn, and you have less cards than your opponent, you can choose one of your opponent's energy and send it to the board.
So it's only good against SS3.
Yes, but you can skip charge one time.
You can't.
No, it won't resolve.
Oh, you mean for that turn?
Not for the for the turn that you have the charge, so you can do a skip charge with black. They charge their second energy, and you go, okay, snipe it.
It's broken against SS3.
Yeah, it's really a meta deck, or it's a meta tool.
I mean, I guess you can skip charge like on your turn 2 and overwhelm
charge on turn 2.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can skip charge the turn before.
Yeah.
And then bring him out for overwhelm.
Yeah.
And then you can KO. Is he dark? No, it's regular, right?
Regular. 1. I definitely see it used in Masain and Mira, the new Mira.
So like, what if I'm playing Goku Black and I skip charge, turn another deck that's good, and then bring him out in Goku Black to KO energy. So you could run like a black blue Goku Black deck.
So play this in Goku Black.
You could keep the energy down to get you to the big guy.
Well, I guess I don't know if you want to skip a turn.
Or you could maybe play a Mira Masain build because that's that Mira that KOs energy too, right? The 5-drop. Oh, he's a turn 5 though.
Yeah. He X evolves for 5-2, I think.
It's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this guy individually is pretty decent.
Yeah, on his own, he's good. And you can use him in any deck, I feel. He's splashable. He's a Saiyan. He's a 3 cost.
True.
Oh, you know what? You don't even have to overwhelm this guy.
No, you can bring him out for 3, and then you can activate next turn.
Shigesh should blow up with that. It's once per turn too. So
you have to give me 2 good.
Yeah, you don't have to overwhelm to use his ability. So I think that's what I like about him. Okay, moving on. Smiling Madness Toa. We're almost to the finish.
Interesting.
So she costs 4, and she costs 4 to X-Ball. I mean, what's the point? Or Xeno Evolve. I mean, the point is she comes in active mode after they attack. Double Strike. Okay, when you evolve this card, your leader is an android. Your opponent chooses 1 card from the hand, places it in the drop area. Then you choose one of your opponent's battle card and gain control of it.
Okay.
Okay, the problem I have with Toa, and then especially the new ones, is that she doesn't put it in active mode after she steals it. If she can put it in active mode, it's worth Xeno evolving, I feel like.
I don't really like that.
Yeah,
especially in an Android deck like this.
Yeah,
your turn 4 is really crucial. Like that's either going to be Cell Chain or that's going to be the new Mira absorbed.
Oh, the one that discards 3. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a big turn to be, and for it to only do that, like
that's not that good.
I mean, the effect's good. You steal a card, discard a card. Yeah, it's good. But like, is it better than Mira? 3 cards out their hand, double strike.
So take out a card and then gain control. Versus 3 cards out of hand, I think they'll take the 3 out.
Yeah,
that Mirror also has deflect, and it gains a ton of power.
Double strike. That double strike's gonna go through.
Yeah, the double strike for the turn. Yeah. But it has a ton of power.
You're not gonna stop that.
I
like playing in a lot of my decks.
I don't like this card. Maybe when the Toa leader comes out, she might be decent.
We'll see what she does.
But she's not an android, so you can't even play this. So I don't even know. I don't know what direction they're going with her. But yeah. Next. There is a Toa that came out of the tournament pack, so you can.
I actually really like that Toa.
Yeah, you can evolve.
Plus 5,000, right?
Yeah, plus 5 to your leader.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty good.
And then you can evolve if you whatever. Force Destruction Mirror.
Oh, I already don't like it. Xeno Evolve 5.
Xeno Evolve 5, too much.
Yeah.
Triple Strike. When it evolves, if your leader is a Toa or Android, so it's hinting at the fact that they're going to release a Toa leader. Just know, I don't know when.
Probably next set.
The next set should be the World Martial Art Tournament, I think.
No, that's a mini set though, not the next set.
Well, that's still a game changing set.
Yeah, it could be. It should add on to this Piccolo Junior deck, and it should add on to like
Hopefully.
things like
Yeah,
that.
that's true. Yeah, definitely.
I would hope so.
So this card, if you have an Android or Toa, if you have 10 more cards in your warp, your opponent chooses 3 cards and sends them to warp. I mean, the other mirror is still better.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, there's a lot of free mirrors, but we'll see. It all depends on what Toa does. I don't like this card right now. I like the cool. I didn't know that Mira can have Super Saiyan. Does he have Super Saiyan blood in him or something?
Do you know? I never even saw that whole Xenoverse
I don't know.
thing, to
I
be
don't
honest.
understand. Is Mira a Saiyan? What is a Saiyan?
Probably like a mix of something.
Yeah, this is the last card of the set. Topo Unleashed.
Ooh, dang.
He's an alien Pride Trooper. Okay, I don't get this.
He's
Why
a black
why
card.
do they introduce the special trait Pride Trooper if nothing in this game searches or interacts with Pride Troopers?
That might be. It might later on.
I really hope so. But right now, there's no
So
such.
he's U11. That's already good.
Yeah.
That's already good.
It's a U11. Place 3 cards on top of your deck, and then you X evolve any Topo before more. So
Oh, damn. That guy's beefy.
barrier blocker.
Wow. I think he has everything you can have in the game.
Okay, the auto effect takes a while to kick in.
I mean,
If you have 8 or more Universe 11 in your drop, it draws 2, and then
okay.
it gets.
So this guy's really good because, all right, especially in the Pride Trooper deck, I think he's really good because you're going to be playing 4 of those Topos, the one that puts in play all
Yeah,
the Pride
the
Troopers.
2
Right?
ones, yeah.
So you're playing 4 of him. He's a 3-drop, right? Or a 4-drop?
He's a 4-drop.
Okay.
3 yellows.
So let's say
It
that
doesn't
your Jiren that discards a card, his ability untaps energy, right? Doesn't drop? And untaps
You
energy
discard
when
one,
it
draw 2.
awakens?
Yeah,
No, when it
untap
awakens?
2 when you awaken.
Okay, so you can bring him out potentially in turn 4. Awaken Jiren, untap 2, EX Evolve, play top 3 cards of your deck.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you have a barrier
Double
blocker,
strike, draws 2.
25k blocker.
Assuming you have 8 or more Universe
You're
11.
going to by that drop.
I'm not sure about that.
But your leader discards Universe 11 every turn.
Yeah, but only when it attacks.
Yeah, that's fine. And then you get a combo. They're gonna kill your battle cards. You're gonna have it. Like you should have it.
He is barrier blocker.
If you have 8 or more Universe 11 in your drop area, draw. Okay, so wow. Okay, so barrier blocker, EX Evolve for 1, draw 2 cards, and he gains double strike and critical.
The opportunity cost is too high for me. In this meta, he's not good. Maybe in the future meta when
11 can stall out. The thing about 11 has a lot of.
They have
All right, you have Nimbus, the number one hate. You got 4 Roshi.
Yeah. Do they play Roshi in there?
I would play Roshi in there. I mean, I don't think every card has to be Universe 11. I mean,
I don't know.
I think you should still run the negates. 4 Roshi, 4 Nimbus.
Okay, we'll read the Jiren leader right now.
What's that card? The U11 negate. If your leader is U11, what does it do?
Oh, Koketsu.
Yeah,
Negates an attack and it taps a battle card down.
Not bad.
4 or less, I think.
It's not bad.
Let's double check.
It's a lot of negates right there.
It is a lot of negates. It depends on the deck. You want to read the Jiren leader? Just so you know what it does for sure.
Yeah, let me see what it does.
It's on page 1.
Let's see what he does. So he looks badass.
Yeah,
too.
he's like,
damn.
I'm gonna destroy you. So yes, 4 or less, attacks 2, and then attacks later.
She's on the 11.
Draw 2.
Okay.
Okay, so this one does very generic things. Choose 9 Universe 11 in your drop. Send them to your warp. Activate.
Oh damn.
Okay, but he's an activate main.
Okay.
I don't like that. Okay, they should have made him activate battle.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's why they did that to Hercule too. Okay. Okay. So you can simply make a deck that gets to that effect.
Yeah.
And you can try to win the game.
Yeah, but then we'll just negate it.
Just play Battering. It's yellow. Okay, if you're going for game,
Okay, he doesn't even get a boost. He's a 15k.
okay, you just combo out.
I don't know about that.
I mean, okay.
This deck, the way it draws is unawaken. You can draw.
You're drawing 2 every turn. Discarding, drawing 2.
and then you have Tupper and Topo.
Okay.
That's it.
You don't even have to. You can make it like.
Is there
Okay.
another use 11?
How are they gonna? They're not gonna hit you. You think you like? I don't think they're gonna hit you that fast. All right. So we got 2. Now you can play Dispo, right?
Yeah.
2 drop blockers, 20,000.
You know what? Despo is also a combo shield.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you can play Destructive Occupation Frieza.
I wouldn't play him.
He's
not.
yellow.
He's not U11.
Who cares?
Yeah, but you want to waste your non-U11 cards. You probably want to negate.
Don't you like them? They just swarm the field. They're like,
Yeah.
no opening Son Goku.
I'm gonna make a deck. I kid you not. I'm gonna make a deck with U7 Frieza, and it's gonna play all 12 of the put in place.
Okay, we're done. We're done. We're done with this review. So that was. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I don't think there's anything else that we can talk about. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, overall seems.
Sorry that this video was late. I know a lot of you guys have already watched 100 of these videos, But you can have a different perspective on it, hopefully. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.
See you later, man.